Hello everyone. So this is my first hackathon and I'm actually pretty proud of what I did. It's probably not enough to count as fulfilling the submission requirements, but I learned a ton. So essentially, this is not too organized, but I'm very close to the deadline and I'm just going to show you what I did manage to pull off. If I had more time, I hope you can imagine that I could have kept going. So basically, I was trying to write a Python SDK for the AVA protocol, and I spent a lot of time kind of learning how it works. So I will just tell you a little bit about what this code does. gRPC, this is the Google Remote Procedure Call library. It allows you to send commands over the internet basically, and you send them to the AVA protocols servers, I guess. Um, this is a very useful library in Python for doing some Ethereum stuff. And then this is the Python code that's generated from Ava's .proto file, like their protobuffer file. So basically, you get to use all this kind of services in their gRPC server or whatever you want to say. What I did manage to do is I defined a class called the Ava client, and if I kept going, it would kind of wrap all of those essential methods in the constructor. We have the private key. That's your Ethereum private key. So mine is going to be available in my environment as an environmental variable. So I'm going to bring up Python and I'm going to load this file. And I am going to have my private key, which is, as I said, an environmental variable in my terminal right now, os.getEnvironment. Okay, it's in there, but I won't show you what it is. And you can use the same private key for the Sepolia test network and for the Ethereum mainnet, in case you didn't know that. Now, I will create the client. Ava client. The only thing you need to pass to it is your private key, and it uses the Web3 library to generate your wallet address, and there's some convenience methods to generate signatures and stuff for signing messages. So I can do this, for example. I did get a deprecation warning because I'm using this function to get the current time. I could change that in the future, but authentication successful. And it's actually pretty well written in this regard. So basically, it stores the private key as a private variable. It generates the wallet address from the private key. And then you can also pass a simple string to choose which endpoint you want to connect to. So I'm actually going to do this again. And I'm going to choose, because by default right now I set it to the test network whole sky. But let's also see if we can do network equals mainnet. Oh no. No. Okay, whatever. I don't have time to even explore that. Anyway, it raises an error if you don't put in a proper one. Wait, why is it not working? Okay, I don't have time. Anyway, let's go back to the original one. Okay, and then as you can see here, it connects. I wanted to do a secure channel, but I didn't have time. I was getting an error. Connects via the insecure channel, and then it gets this aggregator stub method from that Python code that's generated from the protobuffer file, and the aggregator is the main class. And then basically you're gonna sign messages with authorization token, so that becomes a method of the class. And then it actually just, now that you've given it the private key, it just does all that for you. So here it calls get authorization token. By default, expiration is in terms of minutes, 60 minutes. Generate timestamp. Here we have this method. One second. Where is it? Generate timestamp. Gets the current time. It adds however much time you want to add. Then it converts it to the Unix timestamp and returns it as an integer. Okay. Got your timestamp. This is the message that you have to sign in order to authenticate with the AVA protocol. So then I also wrote a method to generate the signature. I guess I'll skip over that because I'm running out of time. And basically, then it adds the authentication token back into the class. So from then on, you do not need to worry about anything to do with authentication. You just call methods from this class, and you can basically see that it works. It's not returning an error because we can do something like this: client.get nonce. And at this point, I would have wanted to implement a lot of methods, but I just spent so much time learning all this stuff. So that's as far as I get. If you look at the code, you might see that there is some quality there. Thanks very much.